One of the parts that's going to need a little extra attention with the sanding is the seesaw. The seesaw is going to be sitting on a peg. If you were looking at it from the front, it'd be like this. It's going to be rotating. All right. So that said, the whole back of this thing is going to be touching the backboard because it would be mounted here. Okay, again, it's going to rotate. So that's a lot of friction right in here. So to reduce that, we're going to do a little special trick with sanding. So I drew it out. If I were to look at the pattern right here on paper, essentially what I'm doing is I'm going to be sanding off some here, and I'm going to be sanding off here so that I have an area right in here that's a little bit higher than the rest of it. So you can see here. Okay. So then with your sanding block, what you can do is just start by, I've marked off the area. So in between this area here, this is going to be my high spot. So I'm going to sand off everything from those lines outward. So if you just take your sanding block, you can get started just by going back and forth across that line. And then you can be a little bit more aggressive. Now see, I was using the wrong end. Don't I feel like a fool? Okay. So now how much is enough? Well, you can always put it on and try. Okay. But I find that if you can feel with your finger, if you can feel that abrupt change, well, I'd say it feels abrupt, I guess. More like if you're feeling braille, it kind of feels like that. I can feel it goes up a little bit. That's good. Okay. You really can't take off too much. So take off a little bit more. I can feel it bump up a little bit better there. And do the same thing then on this side. So in the end, you'll have a little bump right here in the middle, right between those black lines. To finish up the part, then you can just go ahead and make it look pretty again by going over the edges and, sanding the front of it if you want to. And your part should be ready to go.